Hi, I'm Paul Seal from CodeShare.co.uk. Welcome to the fifth episode in this series where I show you how to build an e-commerce website in Umbraco V8 using Vendor. In this episode, we're going to work on the checkout. So I've already done it for this website, Megan Thomas Lashes, my friend's website. Let's just demonstrate what it does. So if we go to one of the products, so this will be a training course, and we add it to our cart, then what we'll do is we'll get to the checkout. Just wait for this to load. For some reason this course page might take ages. There we go. Add to cart, and I've done it so I've got a notification and I can click through to the cart. So what I'm showing you here then is when you click on complete purchase, we'll go through to the checkout process. So this is what we'll try and do today. So we get this checkout page, and you can see that the navigation's gone away. It's all about going through with the purchase. So if I put in my test email address and continue to shipping and payment method. Now I could pay with PayPal or invoicing, but to keep it easy, I'm just going to do invoicing. But in future episodes, I'll show you how to set up PayPal. Continue to review order. And so I'll tick that I agree to terms and conditions, and then I continue to process payment. Now things like this logo here and the color of these things here, we'll be able to configure. Click on continue to process, and then we can return to store. Now, one thing I've done here is I've used a Mailinator address. So if you've not heard of Mailinator.com before, it's a way of using an email address as a test. And so I did Paul Seal test at Mailinator.com, and there we have it. So we've got, this is the email that comes through. So as part of the checkout process, you get this order confirmation email, and so that's how it's going to look. So there's a tip for you about Mailinator.com, and this is just showing you that you get your email sent through for you. So all this has really been done for us using this vendor checkout package. So let's get on with adding this to our website. So we come to our website. Let's go in the front end of this and just refresh. And what you probably find, if you followed along exactly as I did the other day, is that when you click on cart, you've got an error page. Umbraco. So this is the website address /umbraco.web.publishmodels.cart. So I left an error in by mistake the other day. So what I didn't do was put a .url. So in the main navigation file, I don't know if you can see this, in the main navigation file where we've got the link for the cart page, I just did href is at cart page, but what it should actually be is at cartpage.url, and save that. And go back now. So we go back on the browser, reload, and what we should find is this link will be updated to be /cart, which it is, and now we can get through to our shopping cart. So that was the first bit there, so just correcting that error. Now we can get on with installing the package. So this package is on NuGet, so if we go to nuget.org and we search for vendor.checkout, we'll see this. So this hasn't been publicized yet. Matt really just published it so I could show it to you guys on the demo, on these videos to start with. But here we go. We're going to Package Manager Console. So what I've done there is I've just copied the install line. So we're going to install package vendor.checkout version 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to paste this in here, install package vendor.checkout version 1. It's going to be installed into cleanshop.web. Press enter. Right, that seems to have installed okay. So we'll give our site a rebuild. Then we'll go to Umbraco. Let Umbraco load for us. In the settings tab, we've got this vendor checkout dashboard. And if we click on install, that should now install vendor checkout for us. And if we choose the root node where we want to do this, so this is the site, basically you're picking where the where you want to put this underneath. So the root node of the site under which to install the checkout pages, the node itself or the ancestor of this node must have a fully configured store picker. So you can only put it on either the same way where we put the store picker, which is on home. So it needs to be either at that level or below it. It can't be above it. So we'll install this. So now this is going to go off and it's going to create these for us. So now we have a checkout page. We've got customer information, etc. Now these aren't published, and I think this might be because we might have something to choose on these that are required. So after running the install, we're now at this point here. So we want to choose a logo. So sample images we've got here. So the logo for our store, let's just have one of these, I don't mind. The store address, let's say 1 My Street, My Town, TE5 7 FME 4ME. Right. And then we'll choose a theme color. So the theme of our clean shop, let's choose something not boring, but you can still see it. We'll go with purple. Collect shipping info. Select whether to collect shipping information or not. So do we want to collect that? Yeah, we do. Order line property aliases. Now, comma separated list of order line property aliases to display in the order summary. So we've not got any to display there, but as it says, it's pretty straightforward. Just if there's any properties to show in the order summary, you can put that in there. So you comma separated list of the alias of the property that you want to display in there. Checkout back page, the page to go back to when backing out of the checkout flow. So that should be the cart, I think. Terms and conditions page. Have we got a terms and conditions? I don't think we have. So for now, we'll just get it to go to the about page, but we could create a terms and conditions page. A privacy policy, again, we don't have one at the moment, but we need to have these to pick them because they'll show in that email. If you remember, at the bottom of here, we've got terms and conditions and privacy page. So let's carry on and hide from navigation. So this is the Umbraco Navi hide property. So do we want to hide this or not? And yeah, we do. Now we can save and publish. And actually we can save and publish with its children. We can try that anyway, publish with descendants. Include drafts, also publish unpublished content items. Right, so that's published and so are these. So let's have a look at this then. Short step name. A short name for this step information, right? Okay, and step type. Okay, so this has just got the 5 different steps and we're just putting in the different names. So each content item here, it represents each step of the checkout. So that should be all we need to do for now. So let's go back to our site. Now, another thing is that we can actually target this. So we've got our document type here and we can see the alias, and that is vendor checkout page. So if we wanted to, where we are just hard coding the checkout link in our cart, so if we go back to the cart template, and where we've got this hard coded, we can do similar to what we did in the main navigation where we got the cart page. So let's copy what we did for the cart page and let's go to the cart template, and we can just tell it to find the checkout page. So we'll call this checkout page. And it still needs us to know the home page, so we can do that. I'll just get that first. So we know the home page. We can get the checkout page from this, and what it was vendor checkout page, like that. That was the alias of this document type. And so we're getting the first or default, and then what we're going to do is we're going to find it in here, and we'll just do at checkout page, and we won't make the same mistake as we did last time. We'll do .url, and we can leave it as go to checkout, but if you wanted to, you could make a dictionary item for that. I covered that in my last Umbraco 8 series, so if you want to learn how to do that, you can. So we'll leave it like that for now, and then we'll just reload on the front end. So let's go back to the front end, reload, and we should see that we still have this go to checkout actually working and going to checkout. So hover over it and it does. So go to checkout. Now we have a checkout page to go to. Hopefully there's no errors. We've not done anything wrong so far. So here we are. Now this looks pretty much the same as the one that we saw on the Megan Thomas Lashes one. So I've not done anything to it. So now we can test it out, see if it works. Keep me up to date. Now the other thing to have running is SMTP for Dev. I think I showed it you in one of the other videos. If I didn't, where I got it from was from chocolatey.org. So I installed, oh, not chocolate, chocolatey.org, right. So this is like a package manager for Windows. You install that, and then the only reason I'm telling you this is an extra tip about Chocolatey. And then what you can do is you can look for SMTP for Dev. So this has got lots of trusted packages. They all get tested for any viruses or anything like that. So you can, if it's on here, you can be happy that it's trusted and it's safe to use. So this is the package that you want to install, SMTP for Dev. And so then once you've got Chocolatey installed, in the command line, it's as simple as just running choco install SMTP for Dev, and it will install it for you. Anyway, so I've got that installed and running, and the reason why we want this is because this is a way for us to test emails on our local machine without having to have an SMTP server to send the emails for us. So it should pop up in here when we've done this. So let's go back to here. So I've filled in those details. Let's continue to payment method. And for now, all we have on the options is shipping method of pickup or email, because these are tickets, remember, so we can just leave it as that. And payment method invoicing. So on the right here, it's got the details about the tax and everything like that. And we can click continue to review order, and you can see these steps here. You can actually go back through the steps if you want to as well. So it's all been thought out for you and set up. So now review, it's just showing you the billing and the shipping information. Do you agree? And then it will go to continue to process payment. So now we don't have payment because it's invoicing only. So it should go straight through to the confirmation page, and we have an error. So what is the error? So it doesn't know what the continue URL is. So this is to do with, let's just read what this says. Payment provider invoicing payment provider, get continue URL. So this is telling me that on the payment here, when we go into settings, vendor, stores, clean shop, payment methods, what we'll find is that there's a continue URL that it needs to know. And we've not provided that. So all we have to do is go to content, go to order confirmation, and we want the URL of this page. So we copy this address. Then we can go back to settings, payment methods, invoicing, and we can choose standard for the class, for the tax class, and then the continue URL. We just paste that in and just delete it, delete the domain from it. So it just starts with the /checkout/ order-confirmation. And here you can choose if you allow cancel payments or capturing payments and things like that. So click save. There we go. So now if we go back to where we were and review order, make sure that that's ticked. That will show this process payment. Thank you for your order. So if we have a look on here, now it's not come through on the email here, so I didn't get an email. So we'll have to look to see if there are any errors with that. I'll also, just in case for some reason I've got it set up, we can have a look in the Mailinator inbox. And we don't have an email going through to there. So it looks like we're going to have to look for an error. So again, I'll leave these sorts of things in so you can see what's going on and work out the problems with me, and you're probably going to experience the problems yourself. So there was an error sending the order confirmation email. So where I've just gone here is in settings, and then under settings I've gone to log viewer, and then I'm clicking on all logs. But what I could do is there's different ways of filtering by it, so this can just filter by errors. But I went to all logs and it was the last log which was an error. So click on this. So it says SMTP host wasn't specified. Right, so in order for us to be able to use this on our local address, what we need to do is we need to have it specified. And where we do that is in the web.config file, so mail settings. So if you see here in the web.config file, this is where you would put them in, and like you might be using SendGrid or anything like that when it goes to a live, or you might be able to use localhost and you already have an SMTP server on that server. But here what we're doing is we are going to uncomment this. Actually, I'm just going to move that comment, that line up, so that stays commented there. And then I'm just going to replace this. So the from will be Paul at cleanshop.com. That'll do. Network host 127001. Username, password. So if you were doing this for live or staging, you might put some proper details in here. For now, we're leaving it to be the local host. And it's this that's going to let it get picked up by SMTP for dev. So now I've done that, we can go back and we'll probably just have to put another order through. And let's find a product, add it to our cart. So on the product page, add to cart, click through to the cart, go to checkout, put in the details. And up here you can do discounts. I'll go through that in another video about how to do discounts. Continue to shipping payment method. Yep, continue to review order, click on agree, continue to process payment. And as you can see, it's popped up here. So with SMTP for dev, it opens it in your email client of choice. And here I'll just download pictures. So you can see the logo at the top there, the text in the color that you chose on the checkout setup page, and all of the details, billing, shipping, price with the tax on top there and everything. So it's a full checkout experience for you. So what we did before was we created the add to cart. We had a cart page, we can update the cart and everything. So now it's in the cart. We've installed this checkout package and we can actually run through the taking the payment and everything really easily with this checkout package. So I don't want to save changes to that message. And then because we've done that, we can go back into Umbraco and we can now see the orders in the back office here. So that was the one did at first, and then this is the next one. So this is what we just put through, and we can see the order here in the back office, and we can change the status, maybe put it to completed. And so we can add comments if we want to, internal notes. This is a test node. Ooh. Save. There we go. We can edit the customer details if we want to here, and we can send an email. So you can choose. This is good because you can choose to resend out one of the emails. So either the order confirmation or the order email. So I've clicked on that, so let's see if it came up in SMTP for Dev. So I have to open it from my window, my tray. And it did. It sent through another email. So as you can see, it did send another email as well. So that's really handy to be able to resend out some of the emails if they didn't get the email. So yeah, that's the checkout then. So we've got it from the point where, and we can return to store. So now, because we find it on our shopping cart, we can actually easily go end to end now. We can take payment for things. There are other things that we're going to do in future videos. What I'll be doing next is going through the how to set up PayPal as a payment provider. But yeah, I think that's enough for now. So I hope you liked the video. If you did, please click on like and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to be notified when there's new videos, click on the bell notifications. I think that's how you do it. Also, if anybody does want to say thank you, you can just go to codeshare.co.uk/coffee. But there's no obligation. It's a free course, free YouTube course. Anyone can do it for free. It's not a problem. It's just there if you wanted to. Also, vendor.net. So if you are interested in Vendor and you want to learn more about it and read their proper documentation and everything like that, go to vendor.net, and they've got navigation up here, vendor documentation. There's a demo store that you can go to, and we've got links to the downloads and everything like that. So that's Vendor, and I think that's it for this video. I'll see you on the next video where I set up the PayPal. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.